Hello, Palace people. I come to you from the great state of New Jersey. Caitlin and I are down visiting her family and visiting her grandmother this weekend. So we are coming to you from the backyard. I don't have a whiteboard, so I'm sorry. So I'm going to be looking at the program on my phone. We're going to be demoing stuff. Echo's going to be hanging out. And yeah, so this week you have the option to be back in the gym. So what you guys will notice is that in the programming, in the app every day and on the website, you will see options based on whether you're in the gym or whether you're at home. So you'll see scales for the workout that kind of go both ways. Sometimes they may be simple things that make a lot of sense, like doing a ring row instead of a dumbbell row. Other times it might be something a little different, which is what we have for today's workout, and we'll kind of get into that later. So just kind of know that those things are coming. So for the warm-up, what we're going to do, 5 minutes on the clock. You are going to do the following if you're at the gym, and then I'll go into the at-home workout. So this is my barbell for later. So you're going to do 10 banded side steps each direction. So every station at the gym has a short band and a long band. So one of the long guys that we use for good mornings and for presses and pull aparts. And then we've got the short guys for your knees. So we're going to do 10 side steps. So band around the knee. We're just going to side step 10 times each direction, starting to fire up those hips, engage the glutes. Then you're going to do 10 banded air squats with your hands overhead. So I'm going to find my normal squat stance. Again, feet out the hips, toes turned out. I'm going to put my hands overhead, and I'm going to press my knees into that band, find a full parallel squat, and stand back up. And then the last piece of that is going to be 10 banded pull aparts. So with that long band, you're going to go ahead, grab hands close together, pull that band to your bra line, and then back out, trying to keep tension on that band the whole time. So that's what you're going to do if you're at the gym. If you're not at the gym, you're going to do 5 fire hydrants on each side. So for the fire hydrant, we're going to come down to a tabletop position, and I'm going to keep my back nice and flat, and I'm just going to go out to the side. So 5 reps, again, working on engaging the outer part of my glute. After that, I've got 10 wall squats. So for the wall squat, I'm going to go ahead, find myself a wall. Imagine a bigger wall. I'm gonna place my chest and my feet relatively close, normal squat stance. Hands are out overhead in a snatch grip with my thumbs turned to the sky. From there, I'm going to use the wall as a prop to help keep my chest up, find that below parallel squat, and stand back up. You're gonna do 10 of those. And then lastly, you're going to do 10 prone eyes. So you will lay down on the ground, nose on the floor, chest on the floor, and we're just going to go through, if you pretend I'm laying, 10 eye pulses. So warming up that upper back. And you're going to AMRAP that for 5 minutes if you're at home. Echo, no. Hey, no. So after that, all we have left is you're going to do 10 elbow to instep. So you're going to do this whether you're in the gym or whether you're at home. 10 elbow to instep, so just a nice long lunge. Drop that elbow down, switch to the other side, hit it, 5 per side. Feel free to hold as long as you like. And then you're going to do 10 karate chop stretch. So for the karate chop stretch, you're going to find hands and knees. I'm just going to come across the body here and then sink that armpit down towards the ground so that I feel a nice stretch running through my lat and through my armpit as well, just helping to work out that overhead position. So that's your warm-up. Now for the workout, it's going to be a little different if you're doing it at home or in the gym, but the time frame's going to be the same. So what's going to happen is it's a 3-round workout. So it's a 21-minute clock. So what happens from 0 to 5 minutes, you're going to do 4 times 50 double unders followed by 50 wall balls. If you're in the gym, I recommend that you do 30 overhead squats instead of 50 wall ball shots. And again, that's to help you work in your quadrant that you're going to have at the gym. You can do wall balls if you like, but if you would rather stay a little more confined, overhead squats is going to be your option. You will rest until the 6-minute mark. So if you finish under 5 minutes, awesome. Get a little bit of extra rest. You're going to rest until 6 minutes, and then from the 6 to the 7-minute mark, you're going to do a 1-minute AMRAP of muscle ups, ring dips, or box dips. So any one of those pressing exercises. And then you're going to rest for 1 minute. So again, from the 6 to the 7-minute mark, you are going to AMRAP, muscle ups, ring dips, or box dips. and then you get a minute of rest. And we're gonna do that 3 times. So you're gonna run through that 3 times total with that little mini clock going in between. So, Echo found a bird. So what we're gonna do for the double unders, if you don't have double unders, you can scale the reps, so you can go down to 25 dubs. That 50 double unders should take you no more than about a minute. So I'd say a minute should be the absolute most that that's gonna take you. You can scale to single unders, so you can do single unders anywhere from 1 to 1 to 2 to 1, depending on, again, how, where you are with those. And you can also do, if you're at home, you can do hops to a low object. So I could find a surface like this, and I could just do hops to here, obviously making it a little bit higher to make it a little bit more challenging. But the focus on that's gonna be on bounding. Now for your wall balls, you've got 50 reps at a time. You should be able to choose a weight that you can go big on. So you're looking to do, 15 or 20 reps out of the gate, followed by another 10 to 15 reps after that, and then kind of patchworking through the rest of your set. Each of these is supposed to be a sprint. So again, I want your double unders done, and I want you to really go for it on the wall balls. Go for big sets, go for unbroken. Don't try and pace it out too much or anything like that. Stay uncomfortable and stay on the pedal the whole time. So if you're in the gym, again, you can do wall balls if you want to. Otherwise, you're more than welcome to do overhead squats. My recommended weight would be something in the range of 95 to 65, assuming that you can do 10 to 15 reps at that weight. So again, you'll be able to do 10 to 15, take a break, another 10 reps or so after that, and then patchwork that final piece of the set. So again, you're looking at 30 overhead squats at a weight that requires you to break it up a couple times. So for the overhead squat, real quick, remember that if I'm gonna do an overhead squat, I want my elbows pointed at the ground. So I wanna see this position right here. I don't wanna see the elbows turned all the way back. Elbows generally kind of pointed down at the ground, and then I've got my shoulders drawn down and locked in on that bar. And then from here, I wanna keep that bar in alignment with my shoulder the whole way through the squat. So that bar doesn't move forward or backwards, and my arms don't bend throughout the entire range of motion. So again, that's your overhead squat if you will be doing that in the gym today. Phone locked again, sorry. All right, and then after that, you've got your minute rest, and then you have your chair dip, your ring dip, or your muscle up. So again, muscle up's gonna be your highest option. Next down from that's gonna be a ring dip. Next down from that is going to be a box dip. So I'm gonna actually steal these stairs real quick so I can at least demo the box dip. So again, we're just looking for deep range of motion for the shoulder. So if I'm doing a ring dip, I wanna make sure that my chest is coming below my bicep. So the bottom range of motion should look like this. I should see my shoulder below my elbow. Chest is fully in contact with the ring, maybe my thumb, and then I'm pressing back up to full extension with the elbow locked out. And again, if Echo, no, get out of the pond. So, and now if I'm gonna do a box dip, this might be an option right here. So again, I can use a stair as long as I can get into a full range of motion. I can't really hear because that's not how stairs work. But that's kind of the process that you're looking for, is again, you'll have your hands back behind you. Oh, hey, lightning bugs. And you're gonna go through a 1 minute AMRAP of that exercise. Now, after that, so that's your workout for the day. That's the flow. Now, all we have left is a little bit of accessory work. And again, as a reminder, if you're heading into the gym tomorrow, I would recommend picking out a warm-up and a workout that you wanna tackle, get it all done. And then if you happen to have a little bit of time left, you could finish off your accessory work, but realize that 50 minutes may not be enough time to go through this whole program. It very likely won't be. So you'll have to leave something for at home later, and we understand that, and that's gonna be a restriction as we go to open up. So now, for the accessory work, we've got 15 tricep extension push-ups, 15 push-ups, and then 15 straight leg overhead weighted sit-ups, followed by 1 minute of rest, and you're gonna do that for 3 rounds. So for the tricep extension push-up, what we're looking for is I'm going to, from a plank position, I'm gonna drop my elbows to the ground and then press back up. So it's a very tricep intensive variation of that push-up. You can do those from a plank position. You can do those from your knees, or you can do those with your hands elevated on an object. So you could do them, maybe hands on a box or something like that. After that, I've got 15 full range of motion push-ups. So again, I'm just gonna look to try and keep my elbows tucked in close to the sides and my forearm parallel to the ground the whole time. So I should look like this in the bottom of my push-up, hands about bra line, forearms perpendicular to the ground. 15 reps, again, scaling the same way that you would scale the tricep extension push-up. And then lastly, we've got straight leg overhead weighted sit-ups. So for those, I'm gonna go ahead, screw it, we'll do it right here. No, we'll do it over here. So for those, I'm gonna go ahead, you can wide angle the camera if you want, zoom it out.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start overhead locked out here. Again, any object will be fine. I'm gonna sit down, chest to the ground, and I'm gonna assume a bench press. And then from there, I'm gonna sit up and punch my chest through again. And I'm gonna go through 15 reps there. And I think I've said this before, but just having an object in that position is gonna be incredibly challenging. So you don't have to necessarily worry about putting a whole bunch of weight on there as long as you have the object overhead. And that object might just be your hands, depending on how things go. So that is your accessory work. All we have left after that is a little bit of mobility. So you have a 90-second twisted cross, which is gonna be laying down on the ground like this in a T position. And then this foot's gonna come up and across. This arm's gonna stay out to the side, and I'm stretching out my bicep and my chest on this side. And then I'm gonna do a 2-minute saddle pose. So you're gonna sit on the tops of your feet, lean back, and stretch out those quads, hip flexors, and your low back. So that is your training to start off the week for Monday. Hopefully we'll see some of you guys in the gym tomorrow. You know, staying safe, helping clean up, trying to do your part. Again, it's super important that we're in this together, so make sure that if you are coming back in the gym, you are fully ready to do your part in keeping everybody safe and keeping our doors open. Other than that, if you're staying at home, great, fantastic. We hope you enjoy it. We'll keep seeing you at check-ins, Zoom classes, and seeing you on these videos every night. So as always, no matter what you're doing in the gym or out, tag us palace.fitness or Forged by Zeus, and we will see you guys back tomorrow in the basement.